welcome everyone to Dodger Pool here at Fort Dodge Junior High as Iowa Lakes takes on Iowa Central. And there's many different teams here, but some of them are virtually here today. The first event we got going on tonight is going to be the women 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1 we had Lily Wright. Lane 2, Sage Knight. Lane 3, Let It Go to Days.
Lane 4, we have time trimmed down, boys.
4, Maria Galvis. Number 5, Mona Wynn. Number 6, Nancy Olson.
Swimmers, please make sure your
Allison
pads are
Graff.
flown into the wall like Maria just
And the
did.
final time of that was, first place was Mona Wynn, and second place came up was Iowa Central's Lily Wright. The next event is going
Next up,
to
we have
be the
men
men 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1 is Eric Graff. Lane 2, Nicholas Leonard. Lane 3, Brendan Chad. Lane 4, we got Andres Santana. Lane 5, Ricardo Sarmiento. Lane 6, Owen Gordon. Lane 7, Philip Colino. Lane 8, Ethan Runningberg. Once again, this is the men 50-yard butterfly. Here they go. And they're off. As all swimmers hit in the pool. And if you're not used to this Dodger pool here, lane 1 is all the way the furthest lane down. And currently in the lead, it's a tie so far between Ecuador and Andres. But the times, first place was Ecuador, Sacramento. Second place, we had Ecuador, Sacramento. Third place, we had Owen Gordon. Fourth place, Brandon Chad.
E2 in lane 1 from Iowa Lakes, Reese Cheater. In lane 2 from Iowa Central, Gavin Hall. In lane 3 from Iowa Central, Nikola Trajanovsky. In lane 4, Eduardo Martiniano from Iowa Lakes.
And here goes the second
Lane
of the
7,
men 50
Sam Moran.
yard butterfly.
In lane 6, Dalton.
Reese Cheer, lane 1. Gavin Hall. Nicola Trajanovsky.
And in lane 8,
Lane 4, Eduardo Martino from Iowa Lakes. Sam Brennan. Lane 5 from Iowa Central. Dalton Hamill from Iowa Central. Lane 7, Wyatt Cook. And Max Eckwer in lane 8. And here they go. As Sam Brennan is currently in the lead. But now, Eduardo Martino is currently catching up to him to race to the finish. And the first to touch, Sam Brennan still was a slight second ahead. Couple seconds ahead of Ecuador Martino from Iowa Lakes.
Next up, we have the women's 1,000-yard freestyle.
Up next, we'll have the women 1,000-yard freestyle. In lane 4, we'll have Penny Lawrence from Iowa Central. In lane 5, Haley Snort from Iowa Central as well. This is an Iowa Central only event.
In lane 5, Haley Snort. And lane 6, Sage Knight.
Sage Knight, which she's not in the program. Here comes the 1,000-yard freestyle once again for the women. And they're off as Lawrence is currently in the lead, but so far it's really up close. It's close between all three of them as they have the lap markers down at the end of the lane. Lawrence is still in the lead here, but Snort is right behind her, as well as Knight. They're all close. The first times between was 30 seconds for the first down and back, and then 24 seconds for the others. But it looks like Knight's coming in top now. Looks like Knight's coming to be in front, but now Lawrence is coming right back, wants to be first place once again as Lawrence. But Knight come out on top, is pushing away, wants to get the victory, but now pushes back, is going back once again. And here we go. As Stacy Knight is in the lead once again. Lawrence started off strong, but now
Why don't you give him that clipboard
back a little bit.
and then switch.
As
I've got my guys. So
the outcome
you can sit
is
with
different.
With,
Now Knight got
come
a
over, show everybody over here, okay?
medium-sized lead, but here they go
Yeah,
once
make
again.
sure you got a stopwatch here.
The others,
You
the
started
second
already,
and
right?
third place, so Lawrence and Snort just finally kicked off the side, and Knight
Coach,
is
do you want?
there. And here comes Knight. Knight's still about to flip and kick off the wall as Knight are on their 7th lap now. And Knight's pulling away with it as, once again, it first started with Lawrence having a tremendous lead, but then Knight came and overpowered and overcame it. But now Snort and Lawrence now just switched. And here we go as Knight on her 9th lap. She's pulling ahead. Coach Joe Plain coaching all 3 girls. All 3 Iowa Central girls in this event. Cheering for all of them. Not one letting one down, as they're all a part of Iowa Central. And here we go, as once again, Knight flips. Knight pulling ahead, or she is ahead, but here we go, we flipped off. She flipped off, she's kicking. It looks like Knight's kicking, and she's doing it. And Lawrence is trying to battle back up to the front, but she's kind of lost too much room there. So it looks like Sage Knight is going to be pulling away with this victory in this 1,000-yard freestyle event. And here they go for their 15th lap. Sage currently on her lap, and if you're like new to swimming, a lap is 1 down, but then 2 is a down and back. And Sage tonight is still powering over the top of the other ones. And the others, Lawrence and Snort, there's a big gap between each and every one of them. And here, as Knight's still kicking as they're on their 17th lap. And there's 17th lap, and Knight just kicks off to go on her 18th lap as Lawrence and Snort are still on their 17th. Now they're kicking into their 18th, just as Knight's kicking and flipping to get into her 18th lap now, 19th lap now, excuse me. Tonight's also senior night, so we will also get recognitions of the seniors, and we'll get recognitions of some alumni swimmers here. And if you're new, or if you're just tuning in, this is Triton Nation's YouTube channel. I'm Derek Hudd, and this is the Iowa Central Swimming 7th Midwest Cup. This is day 2, as day 1 was last night, and it was but now they're on their 21st lap, as Sage Knight is pulling away, and she flipped into it, so now she's pulling under her 22nd lap, as Lawrence and Snort are still on their 21st. Now they're flipping into their 22nd. And if you're just tuning in, Lawrence was ahead. It was tight between Lawrence and Snort and Knight, but Knight just pulled away, just kicked it into gear, and just left the other ones in the dust as she overpowered. And here we go, as she's still swimming. Lawrence and Snort are kicking and swimming, trying to bring their power up to get them back close to the top, close to meeting with Knight. And Coach Joe Plain is pumping them all up. He even wants Snort and Lawrence to come on top, give them their fastest time here at their best. They're on their 26th lap here. 26th lap. But Knight's kicking into her 27th lap. And this is the women's 1,000-yard freestyle event. And up next will be the men's 1,000-yard freestyle event. So make sure you stay tuned to that. And then after the men's 1,000-yard freestyle dash, we will send the voice right down to the coach, as he'll give recognition to some alumni swimmers. 29th lap. So far, Knight's at 8 minutes and 6 seconds and 19 milliseconds. And we're here at Dodger Pool at Fort Dodge Senior High. Penny's fastest time, Lawrence's fastest time in this event is 11 minutes, 51 seconds, and Snort's fastest time is 12 minutes and 2 seconds for her fastest time in this event. Today's a busy day here at Fort Dodge Senior High, as there is also high school sectionals wrestling going on right next door to the swimming pool in the gymnasium. So if you like wrestling, make sure you come out, tune into that here at Fort Dodge Senior High, the home of the Dodgers. And then Knight kicking. She's still in first. She's still got a big gap. big enough gap. She's sitting at 36 seconds for that down and back.
Everybody shake them home now, shake them home.
We just got the call that they're taking it home. But this must be the final lap. And Knight kicking. Lawrence and Snort's catching up to Lawrence by a little bit, but there goes Knight kicking off the wall. And still showing her power as she still pushes through, even though she's got a big gap behind her from the Lawrence and Snort. She's still pushing it off. So far it's 10:39, 10:37. And we're this is the last lap. Knight on her last lap, as there is the bell for the last lap. So, Knight sitting at her last lap now. Everybody else is sitting on their, Lawrence and Snort are also sitting at their last lap, as there's the red markers for the swimmers. And here comes Sage Knight, finishing off strong. Lawrence is also finishing off strong here, and so is Snort. The final time for Sage is 11 minutes and 41 seconds.
All three of those were season best times.
11 minutes and 46 seconds, and 11 for Snort, 11 minutes and 50 seconds, and all of them were season best times. And the next event coming up is going to be the men's 1,000-yard freestyle.
Next up, we have the men's 1,000.
And on lane 3, we got Aura Metabella. Lane 4.
In lane 3, I asked them to challenge themselves.
Brian.
And I'll try the 1,000.
Bumunk.
4.
And lane 5.
That's just my hair.
Sean.
Baumann.
Sheets.
And
once again,
Sean.
this is an all Iowa Central event. The thing that I like about swimming is Coach Joe Plain's nicknames for all his swimmers. He has creative nicknames. So far we got one time posted for the past, and that's for Brian Bumunk, and that was 11 minutes and 41 seconds. Here we go, starting off strong like they always do in each event. Currently by a tad, Aura Metabella is in the lead. He's using his wingspan to be a tad in front here, but it seems like Sean Sheets is coming up top now, but now it looks even closer as they're all getting in line with each other, but Sheets and Bumunk are pulling ahead now as they're still ahead on top. They're still neck to neck as Metabella is falling a tad bit behind here. It still seems really close between Sheets and Bumunk. But now it looks like Bumunk is coming a tad bit in front here. He's a fingertip ahead of Sheets. And like a whole 6 foot ahead of Metabella. But once again, this is the men's 1,000-yard freestyle. And right after this event,
we'll be recognizing our Iowa Central
the Iowa Central alumni swimmers. The alumni swimmers will be recognized right after this event. So we will send you all down, right down to the coach Joe Plain, as he'll recognize all them. Sheets and Bamunk are still neck and neck, but Bamunk is overpowered now. Still super close as they're neck to neck. Metabella is behind, but they still have many laps to go. Many laps to go here. All right. They're on their ninth. There's 40 laps. There's 40 laps in this event. And they're on their 11th. They're going on to their 13th lap now. Sheets is a tad bit in front, like chest up, length ahead of Bamunk, but there's a huge gap from Bamunk and Sheets to Metabella. But at least they're just going slow but kind of fast. They're showing their speed. They want to save, because most of these swimmers in this event are in many more events as well. So they want to save their energy, but they still want to get the fastest time that they can. They're they're in their 16th lap now, as Metabella is still in his 15th, flipping and kicking in, pushing off the wall to go into his 15th, going into his 16th lap now. Here we go, they're on their 17th. Sheets Bamunk turning into their 18th lap, as Metabella is just going into his 17th lap now. So Metabella is a whole lap behind Sheets and Bamunk. But Bamunk is a tad bit behind Sheets here. Once again, this is the 20th lap, so there's 20 more laps to go after they touch this wall here at the end of the pool. Then they'll have 20 more laps to go. Sheets pushes off the wall, halfway done. His mind's thinking he's halfway done, so he's going into it. His mind's putting him into it strong. Once again, this is Triton Nation's YouTube channel. And I'm Derek, and we're here at Dodger Pool for Iowa Central Swimming's 7th Midwest Cup, as they're competing against 3 different teams. One, Iowa Lakes, in person, and 2 other teams are virtual as they cannot make the visit today. And we are doing, once again, we are doing alumni recognition right after this event, so make sure you stay tuned here. We'll be here until around 1 o'clock, so make sure you stick here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. As later, after the men's 500-yard freestyle, we will do the sophomore recognition as it is senior night as well. There's a lot of recognitions going on tonight, as most of the seniors dyed their hair or bleached their hair for this event. They're in their 27th lap as Metabella is on his 26th lap. They're almost about to lap him technically, but he's still coming strong. He's still coming out strong. Metabella is still showing that he still wants this. He still wants the best time. He had 7:59 there. We're over halfway done. This is the 30th lap here, so 10 more laps to go right after this one. Here we go, just going into their 32nd lap. As Sheets and Babunk are on their 33rd lap here now. And 31st for, this is the 31st one lap for Metabella. As Metabella is, as they're both flipping, kicking into their 34th and 32nd laps. They're 2 laps ahead. They're 2 laps ahead here. We have Iowa Central's rugby team taking care of the times here tonight. So thank you to each and every one of them that have showed up and helped, volunteered their busy times to come out and help. 3 more laps. 3 more laps for Sheets and Babunk. And 5 more for Metabella. And they're on the last lap here. As there is the last lap ring of the bell. Now there's a big gap between each and every one of them, as Sheets pulled ahead from Babunk with a big huge lead as he's finishing off strong. And Sheets' final time is, let's see what it is as it gets recorded up on the Jumbotron as you see right now. 11 minutes and 15 seconds. $11 minutes and 26 seconds for Babunk. And Metabella, let's see what he gets as he finished with the time once it gets entered up here on the Jumbotron.
We're going to take a short break so we can recognize some of our alumni that have returned.
Oh, they did not have the time posted. But we are going to head down to Coach Joe Plain as he recognizes and shouts out alumni from Iowa Central Swimming.
Can I get you guys to... Drew Giles, get down here, boy! Thank you all again for coming to the Midwest Cup. It's awesome that we have this opportunity to host meets in our hometown and have home meets for you all to come see. Again, I want to thank the Triton rugby team coming up the road to help time and allow this meet to happen. So some of you may not know kind of what the history of Iowa Central Swimming is. The team was started in 2008. We had a team for 5 years. And different things happened, and we didn't have a team for 2 years. And then in the 2015-16 school year, we were able to bring the team back. I've been with the team since April of 2016. This is my 6th year with the program.
And one thing that I have wanted to do, and probably haven't done a good enough job, but I've been trying to reconnect with some of the alumni that swam not for me. For kids that swam for me, it's pretty easy to stay in touch. We've got social media and I know who they are. But we're trying to get back to some of the alumni that swam previous and get them reconnected and excited about what we're doing. And luckily we have a few of them here today. So I'm really glad that they came. And so we're going to call them out. I don't know a whole lot about some of them. I know a lot about some of them. But we're very, very happy that they're here. So first, from Lorenz, Iowa, Megan DeMann. Megan swam from 2008 to 2010. She was on the very first Iowa Central swim team. And as hard as I am on some of these kids some days, I get emotional about stuff, so I'll try not to cry too much. But I think it's awesome that you're here. Thank you for coming. Next up, we have TJ Phillips from Bondurant, Iowa. TJ also was on the very first swim team from 2008 to 2010. I've been lucky that TJ has reached out to me over the past couple of years through Facebook, and we've been able to meet. Campus is continuing to grow, as most of you may know or may not know if you're some of the freshman and sophomore parents. But TJ came up 6 or 7 months ago, and I gave him a tour, and he was like, well, this wasn't here, and this wasn't here. And TJ still lives in Bondurant with his wife and children. Next up, we have Zach Strong from Ames, Iowa. Zach swam for me from 2018 to 2020. Very hard worker. Zach has diabetes, and so we had to be careful about that, and I had to make sure that he was paying attention to what was going on. I had my EpiPen in my bag just in case anything happened. Luckily nothing ever did because he took care of himself really well. But in his 2 years here, I think he went, every swim he had by the end was a lifetime best. And he's got his degree in automotive, which is pretty awesome that he stayed and did that. So Zach Strong from Ames. He also was on our very first second place team at Nationals. So he was part of our team that got our first trophy as a team. Next up, we have Brennan DeCourcy from Fort Dodge, Iowa. Brennan had a whole lot of credits. Fort Dodge has a really great relationship with Iowa Central. He had a ton of college credits out of high school and wasn't sure what he wanted to do, but came to me one day and said, I think I still want to swim a little bit, and swam breaststroke for us and a little bit of freestyle, and was on the national team in 2018 down in Florida. So Brennan DeCourcy from Fort Dodge. Next up, we have Mitch Emery from Fort Dodge, Iowa, via Storm Lake and now Knoxville and sort of Ames. I was lucky to coach Mitch in his senior year of high school on the club team, so we developed a little bit of a relationship and brought him in to the college team. And Mitch, you'll see him on the record board over here. He still has the 100 butterfly and the 50 freestyle record for Fort Dodge Senior High. And he has our school record, the 200 butterfly still. I love to talk about Mitch. Mitch was a sprinter, and he has our 200 butterfly record, which means that he dropped 11 seconds in his 2 years with us in the 200 butterfly. He was also second place in nationals in the 50 butterfly his freshman year, and he was on the team with Zach that was our first trophy winning second place team ever. And last for today, we have Drew Giles from Galesburg, Illinois. Drew swam for me from 2019 to 2021. Similar to Zach, he has diabetes, and that was something that we had to talk about and make sure that he was good. I think he's not eating enough in the past year since he's left me. He's kind of skinny. But Drew had a phenomenal career here. If it wasn't for our Mr. Kyle McKenzie down there, he'd have the school record in the 200 breaststroke. He dropped a ton of time here. I think he was third in the 200 breaststroke last year at Nationals. We're really glad to see him. He's been to a handful of meets this year, so he's still supporting the team and driving all the way from Galesburg. It's about 4 or 5 hours, I think. He was at St. Ambrose a couple years ago. So I love having my alumni stay connected, and that's always the goal, sophomores, freshmen, is that you will stay connected to what we're doing. And one thing that we say at Iowa Central is once a Triton, always a Triton. So you're Iowa Central swimming alumni. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Let's get the swimming going. Sage, can you bring me water, please? Someone say no.
I brought you two.
So I don't have to bother you again? Next up, we have the women's 50-yard backstroke. In lane 2, Nancy Olson. In lane 3, Emily, don't call me small. In lane 4, Maria Goncalves. In lane 5, Penelope Lawrence.
And we're back. That was great to see all the alumni.
In lane 6, Allison Graff.
All right, so for this one, Nancy Olson from Iowa
Lane
Central.
7, Lily.
Lane 2, lane 3, Emily Small. Lane 4, Maria Galvis. Lane 5, Penny Lawrence from Iowa Central. Lane 6, Allison Graff from Iowa Lakes. And lane 7, Lily Wright from Iowa Central. This is the women 50-yard backstroke. And they're off. This is just a down and back race. So let's see what happens. So far we can see Galvis from Iowa Central is currently in the lead. She's in the lead as Wright is close to her. But that finished a time of 28.32 seconds. Lily Wright, 29.13.
Next up, we have the men's 50-yard backstroke. 1 of 2 in lane 3. Nicholas Leonard.
This is the 50-yard backstroke. For the men, this is an Iowa Lakes race.
In lane 4.
Nicholas Leonard, Eric Graff,
In lane 5.
Andres Santana,
Easy Santana.
all from Iowa Lakes. All right, so this one's close as they're neck to neck here. They're like so close. And the final outcome is Eric Graff comes with 30.61 seconds, and Andres Santana comes with 31.14 seconds. Close race, but the next upcoming race is going to be the Heat 2 mid 50-yard backstroke for the men. Lane 1, Philip Canono. Lane 2, Reese Cheer. Lane 3, Owen Gordon. Lane 4, Quentin Talai.
Lane 4, Quentin Talai.
Lane 5, Pedro Oregon. Lane 6, Sarmentico, Ecuador. Lane 7, Ethan Runenberg.
Lane 7, E.J. Runenberg.
Once again, this is just a down and back race. And they're off. It's a close race so far. We are looking at Pedro. Pedro is currently in the lead. Oregon. And Pedro with 25 seconds is the victor in this race. The next race we got coming up is the women 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Andrea Gallardo Perez. Lane 3, Lily Wright. Lane 4, Letica Diaz. Lane 5, Nancy Olson. And lane 6, Emily Small.
In lane 3, Lily Wright. In lane 4, Lele Diaz. In lane 5, Nancy Olson. And in lane 6, Emily Small.
And they're off in the women's 100-yard freestyle. In the flip kick, currently in the lead, we have Lily Wright. This is an Iowa Central event. And overcoming and now in the lead is Letica Diaz. As Diaz pulled ahead, but it's still neck to neck. It is a close race here. It is close. They're right behind Diaz, but Diaz is still powering through to become in the lead. And Diaz was in first with 29 with 57.48. My bad. Up next, we got the men's 100-yard freestyle. Lane 3, Isaac Schreiber. Lane 4, Matthew Crossman. Lane 5, Max Schubert. We'll be right back at the start of this event.
Matthew Crossman. In lane 5, Maximus Kicker. And lane 6, Nicholas Leonard.
Here we go. And they're off. Currently in the lead is in lane 4, Matthew Crossman. Most of this is an Iowa Central race, except for who's in lane 3, Isaac Schreiber, who's from Iowa Lakes. Crossman still in the lead. He's got a pretty big lead here. Pretty big lead here. As we will see the ending, as we see the finish. And that's it. And the final time for Crossman was 50.52 seconds, sorry. Excuse me, they keep on putting one number up and then switching it on me. So 50.52 seconds. The next event's the same, the men 100-yard freestyle, Heat 2.
Next up, we have Heat 2 of the men's 100 freestyle.
Lane 2, Kyle McKenzie.
Charlie. In lane 3, we have Sam Brennan.
Lane 4,
In lane 4, Nicholas Trajanovsky.
Lane 5,
In lane 5, Eduardo Martiniano.
Lane 6, Luke
In
Johnson.
lane 6, Luke Johnson.
Lane 7,
And in lane 7, Brandon Chad.
all are Iowa Central swimmers except for Ricardo Martiniano in lane 5. As their first down and back. Their first down and back is complete. Iowa Lakes, Ricardo Martiniano was in first in the first down and back. But now it looks like it's going to be a different outcome. Or it might be, it's going to be the same. And the winner of this event is Iowa Lakes. Ricardo Martiniano with 46.84. We will. The next one.
Next up, we have
the women's 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 4.
In lane 4,
Maria
breaststroker extraordinaire.
Maria
Goncalves.
from Iowa Central. And she's off. She's going up against herself, but she's going up against her time. She wants to beat her time, as you always want to beat the time you got before. For this 100-yard breaststroke, this is a 2 down and backs, and that will complete the race. Go. Goncalves going strong. Finish it up with the time, and she finished with the time. Of soon to be posted, 52:08. One minute and 29:98.
Next up, we have the men's 100-yard breaststroke.
Men's 100-yard breaststroke now.
Lane 2.
Lane 2, Brady Ferguson. Lane 3, Andres Santana from Iowa Lakes. Lane 4, Kyle McKenzie. Lane 5, Matthew Crossman. Lane 6, Sean Sheets. This is neck to neck so far at the beginning. Lane 3, 4, 5 are all together. But pulling out after the kick. Santana and McKenzie are so close. They're neck to neck. Now they're here, now they're turning for their final down and back. Their final down and back here. McKenzie is in front. McKenzie is in front of Iowa Lakes. Santana. It's close, but McKenzie's like, I'm finishing off strong. I'm in the lead, I'm finishing in the lead. And the result is what he wanted. The final time for Kyle McKenzie is 1 minute.
Next up, we have the women's 500-yard freestyle. In lane 4, all the way from Omaha, Nebraska, it's Haley Stallworth. And in lane 5, from Indiana, and I never remember the name of her time, Green something. No? What is it? Chesterton. That's Green something, isn't it? Chesterton, Indiana, Penny Lawrence.
And here we go. as this is an Iowa Central race. Lawrence and Snort are currently tied up. It's close, neck to neck here. But they still have many laps to go. Many laps to go. Snort is currently in the lead. So she's pulling strong. This is close. It's way too close. Here we go. This is still close. They're on lane 5 right now. They're going on to lane 6. They're currently on lane 6. They're neck to neck with Lawrence, a fingertip in the lead. A fingertip in the lead. This is lane 7. Lane 7. Lap 7. In the lead so far is Lawrence. Lawrence is in the lead.
Go, Haley.
Here we go. And
Go, Haley, come on.
This is so close. I can't tell who's in the lead right now. They're in lap 11 right now. 20. Lap 20 here. For lap 13, going into lap 13. It's still neck to neck. Lawrence may be a fingertip ahead. Going into lap 14, a 20. Coach Joe Plain pumping up his team. Pumping up his team, getting their energy boosting.
Hey, shake it the rest of the time, girl. Shake it now. So, what do you think? No?
And this is lap 15. Looks like now currently in the lead is Snort. Snort's coming ahead now. That she just went fingertip length ahead going into lap 17. Going into lap 17. Here we go. She's going strong. final down and back.
Go, Haley, go!
The final down and back. The red markers for the final down and back. The timekeeper's at the edge of the pool now. Ready to see who wins. But now Stewart put up a game. She's got momentum. She's more than a fingertip ahead now as she gets for her time. 5 minutes and 47 seconds. We'll be right back after this short little break. Okay, you'll know more than me.
Next up, we have the men's 500-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 2 in lane 3, Ortile Montebella. In lane 4, Wyatt Cook. In lane 5, from Iowa Lakes, Reese Cheer.
And we're back. This is the men's 500-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 2. In lane 1, we had Ora Montebella. Lane 4, Wyatt Cook. In lane 5, Reese Cheer from Iowa Lakes. Currently in the lead is Reese Cheer. He's got a big lead ahead of him of the Iowa Central Swimmers. Reese Cheer is still in the lead, going into lane. I'm at lap number 9. I'm getting my words mixed up. As Cheer has a big lead, the Iowa Lakes coaches are going nuts, cheering on their team. Lap 11 now for Cheer. Lap 11 as he kicks, turns, and goes into lap 13 now as Cheer. Reese Cheer is in lap number 13. Going into 14 with a strong push off the wall. A huge gain, almost slapping both of his opponents that he's racing against in this race. Cook and Metabella. Metabella is a whole 2 laps behind. He's on lap 13, now going to 14. As this is lap 15, going into 16 for Cook and Cheer. So there's a big gap between Cheer and Cook from Metabella. 17 now. This one went faster. Time flies when you're having fun. Just like one of the fans said, sometimes you're having so much fun that it goes slow. And here we go, the timekeeper is ringing the bell for final lap. Here we go. As this is the final lap for Cheer, final lap for Cook, and 2 more laps left for Metabella. And now he's on the final lap. Cheer finishing off strong. Finishing off strong. And he did, with a final time of 5 minutes and 16 seconds. And 5 minutes, 22 seconds for Cook in the final time. For Metabella, as he finishes up right now. His final time. Is 5 minutes and 49 seconds.
Next up, we have heat 2 of the men's 500 freestyle. In lane 2 from Iowa Lakes, Eduardo Martiniano. In lane 3 from Iowa Central and Princeton, Minnesota, Brian Awesome.
Heat 2 of the men's 500-yard freestyle. Lane 2.
Lane 4 from Iowa Central,
Eduardo Martiniano from Iowa Lakes.
In lane 5.
Lane 3, Brian
Gordon.
Bamunk.
And
Lane
6,
4, Brendan
Pedro
Chad.
Rivera.
Lane 5, Owen Gordon.
And in lane 7.
Lane 6, Pedro Argan. And lane 7 also from Iowa Lakes, Eric Graff. Fun fact, Owen Gordon is in the TV and radio program as well. In the same exact program as what's bringing to you on right now. Right after this, we will do the recognitions of the sophomores since it is sophomore night. Going strong here.
We will be doing a sophomore recognition after this event.
Lap 3 now. Kicking, flipping, and getting a nice push off the wall to go into lap 4 of 20. Ten down and backs. Currently in the lead is Iowa Central's Pedro Argon. That was a nice push off the wall there by Pedro. But catching up to Pedro is Ricardo Martiniano. There's this cheering from Coach Joe Plain and Jamie Plain. Minutes, 53 seconds now. That'd be a long race if it was 53 minutes. And here we go. A fun fact about yesterday events. Day 1 of the Midwest Cup is Sage Knight swam for the first time in the women's 1,650th yard freestyle. And she got the best time, third best in the school record books. So congratulations to her. We don't have any of those big races, long races here tonight. The fans are going nuts here at Dodger Pool. And we will send send you on down to Coach Plain as he does sophomore recognitions here on senior night right after this event. So lap 17 here for Pedro Aragon. And here comes the timekeeper with the cowbell. And there's the ring of the cowbell for the final lap. There's the kick off the wall as Pedro's looking to finish strong. And the leader and the victor of this race is Pedro Aragon. And there's on his final lap now as well is Eric Graff from Iowa Lakes as he kicks off the wall. And here's the finish. We're gonna take a short break here. But in a couple of minutes, we will send you down to Joe Plain for Sophomore Day, Sophomore Recognition. We will be right back with Joe Plain. the head coach of Iowa Central Swimming.
We're going to do our sophomore recognitions now. If you want to swim in lanes 1 through 3, we'll leave lanes 1 through 3 open for water form down. Plus the bulkhead lane will be open. Sophomores, make sure you have your warm-ups on, please.
I'll be there, Joe. We'll call you first. Good.
All right. So being a junior college,
The swimmers and athletes that come to Iowa Central have 2 years of eligibility. We do have a couple of, what's the word? We have some extras. The COVID year last year didn't count towards eligibility. So we do have a few people that have some extra chances. But 2 years is a pretty short time. You know, often it's not a whole lot, it's half of 4, I guess, right? But just the difference is a little bit more. You only have the 2 years to kind of get to know them and develop the relationships and things like that. But that's what I've been really trying to build my program on over the past 6 years is who they are as people. Obviously, do they fit what I do, and are they going to fit my personality and things like that? But first and foremost, I try to tell them, if you're going to come and work hard and be a good human being, then we can work with you. And there's been people that are really, really fast, but they're not going to fit what we do, and we'd rather not have that kind of environment. And so the kids that have come, they've worked very hard, and that's something that I always tell them in that first interviewing process or the first visit. It's going to be hard. It's the only way I know how to do it is to do this very, very hard, make you very, very sore and very, very tired. So if you're okay with that, then come. If you're not, then you should go somewhere else. And so these kids have chosen that. One this particular year has chosen it for 3 straight years. 2 are choosing it for an additional year after this. But I'm really proud of the kids that have come and worn the blue and white, the navy and white, and worn the Iowa Central logo. Been willing to change events, do different things to help the team, and also to help themselves and to see what they're going to be most successful at. So I'll try not to cry too much, but we're pretty excited about this group. It's not a huge thing that I have, but just something that hopefully they can hang on their wall and remember. So the first person we have is Brian Baumont. Brian's from Princeton, Minnesota. 2 years in a row, Brian showed up to campus without having his physical stuff done, but still got it done.
Thank you.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I know.
Brian's improved tremendously. He was a 5:35 or 5:33 500 freestyle in high school. Last year at Nationals, he went 5:24. This year, just first semester, he went 5:15 already. So the improvement that he's shown is amazing. He's over there in that distance group that we have, that we crank out some pretty tough things. His 100 freestyle's gotten faster. I think he went 52 or 51 after being like a 57 in high school or something. Really, really proud to have Brian on our team and to be with us. You can come back here for, actually, yeah, let's go that way. Next up, we have Logan Childers from Anchorage, Alaska. I still remember to this day, I was at Old Boston's with my wife. We were having lunch and my phone rings and I was like, I think it's Logan. And he goes, yeah, I'm coming. I was like, okay. And sure enough, Logan came, dropped insane amounts of time. Logan was a 6:21 500 freestyler in high school, and he went 5:33 last year, dropping nearly a minute in the 500 freestyle. Logan probably battles aura for being the quietest on the team, but somehow he makes these really silly, crazy TikToks, so I don't understand that, but that's what Logan does. But everybody loves Logan. We're really glad that he's been with us, and we're looking to see if possibly he can come back next year. So Logan Childers, you can come over there, okay? Next up, we got Brady Ferguson. Brady's from Indianapolis, Indiana. Brady is just one of those crazy, amazing stories. He came to me with mom and dad on a visit. One of the things that kind of sold him was that we weren't going to do 10,000 yards every single practice. And that's what he kind of had come through with his club team, which unfortunately caused him to have a surgery after his junior year. He's got a nice little scar here on his elbow, which knocked him out of his senior year. He came back. He's one of the most excited about swimming people. Him and I talk about what people are doing across the country, both high school and college and pros. And so him and I have some fun swimming conversations. But his best time in the 500 free is 4:45, and he was 4:48 last year after the surgery. 200 freestyle best time is 1:45, and he was 1:46.0, I believe, last year. And he's been darn near those times already this year with only 2 days rest. So he's really come back a long way from having, I mean, you're slicing into your body, that's not fun, right? So he's always positive, he's always working really, really hard, and we're definitely gonna miss him. Brady Ferguson. Love you, buddy. Next up, we have Owen Gordon. Owen is from Oskaloosa, Iowa. Owen and his dad came on a visit, and I swear to God, Owen was about 5'9" or 5'8" on his visit. That's my memory. And he shows up to campus at 6'2", and I was like, who is this guy? Owen came to me as a sprint freestyler and a little bit of a backstroker. With me, he's one of those quiet guys too. I think he's a little different in the dorms, but with me, he's a little quiet. But he's always been willing to do what he needs to do. We did the 500 last year. scored points for us, and this year he's challenged himself to do the 1,000 and the 500. He's been best times in just about everything. I think he's been best times in everything. The new events are obviously best times. He keeps getting better and better. He was 5:15 at Nationals last year, and he went 5:15 on 2 days rest. And he's a big guy that needs a lot of rest, so Nationals is going to be a whole lot of fun. So we're really glad that Owen's here. And another fun thing about Owen is he came on a 2-year program. He's working with Rusty on the video and radio side of things, and was planning on going to work, and kind of still has this love for swimming. So he's doing some visits and looking on transferring on and continuing his swimming career. So we're pretty proud of that as well. Dalton Hamill from Dubuque, Iowa. Dalton is a sprinter, IMer, flyer. Freshman year was pretty darn good. He was not quite a best time in the 200 fly, but pretty good, and did go a best time in the 100 fly. Last year was his sophomore year, and first semester was amazing, but it didn't count because it was our COVID year. Our season was second semester only. And then second semester, his IT program classes caused him to come to only Friday practice. And once in a while, a Thursday morning maybe. Still tapered fairly well, but wasn't quite what he wanted. And he came up to me and he's like, well, I've got the extra year. Can I come back? And I'm like, yes, please. So Dalton's been here. He's been training his tail off and doing his best. And already going faster. He was at Nationals last year, so we're really excited what he's going to do at Nationals. He's our third year. So we're excited to see that. And I'm really, really glad that Dalton came and swam for me. So thank you, Dalton. Next up, we have Sage Knight from Ottumwa, Iowa. I tell a lot of the kids a story about a young lady that I had from Des Moines that was only a sprinter, and when she got here, I told her, I don't need you to do those events. I need you to do something else. And this young lady did 200 fly, 200 back, 400 IM at her Nationals. And I tell that story to the kids saying, I need you to be willing to do what's best for you and what's best for the team. And Sage is another one of those young ladies, came to me as a sprinter, flyer, that's it. And Sage came to us and she ended up doing 200 freestyle last year, being top 8 at Nationals. And she swam the 200 fly at this meet last year to qualify, and I was like, well, that's pretty fast. I think maybe we should do it at Nationals. And she said, if you need me to, I'll do it. And sure enough, she ended up getting 4th at Nationals, I believe, 5th at Nationals, but she has our 4th or 5th best time in the history of Iowa Central swimming in an event that she never ever thought she was going to swim. Sage is going to take advantage of her extra year, and so I get to work with her for one more year next year, so I'm really excited about that. Next up, we've got Penny Lawrence. Chesterfield, Indiana. Chesterton, Indiana. For some reason, it's Chesterton. Penny and her mom came and visited me. They had emailed me and came on a visit and came over to the rec, and I was like, I hope this doesn't scare them away. She watched us do a practice at the rec, and she had done some triathlon stuff in high school, and so I was excited to have it. I'm always excited for distance swimmers. I want the kids that are coming ready to do some long, hard training. And she's definitely done that over the past 2 years. Looks like she's got some possibilities to continue on closer to home for her bachelor's degree. Penny is in our top 10 in both the 1,000 and the mile and the 500, I think. So Penny's really made a really great impact on our program. I'm working on getting her to smile more often, so she'll look at me and smile like, is this good enough? But I'm really, really proud to have Penny here and really gonna miss you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Kyle McKenzie from South Africa. Kyle and I talked on the phone late fall 2 years ago, and a lot of the other countries, they have their their high schools graduate in like November or December. They're different than we are. And so he was graduating in November, but the way our rules are, he wasn't going to be able to compete. But we had talked that maybe coming and taking a few classes and getting to know the team and stuff would be a good idea. And so Kyle did that. Came in January after 5 weeks off of swimming, I believe. Trained with us. We ended up having him follow the taper plan. And that year in this pool at a practice was a second under his best time in the 400 IM. So which got me really excited about the next year, which was last year. Well, then that was our COVID year. And again, he got stuck in South Africa, couldn't get here till January. But we had some extra time. Nationals wasn't till May, but he had about 4.5 months with us. Dropped 7 more seconds in 400 IM to get second at Nationals. Second in the 200 breaststroke at Nationals. School record holder in both IMs. With him setting the school record in the 200 IM and 400 IM, that gave me, as the coach, all the men's school records. So I was pretty proud of that all of our records on the men's side are from my 6 years here. He came from was a 2-lane pool he was training in, 2 or 4-lane pool he was training in, doing short sprint stuff. We sprint, but not that way. And he was willing to do the change and to train the way I asked him to, which was pretty hard. So I'm great last year. And then we added a group for Kyle kind of this year, trained even harder. So Nationals is where we got a lot of big goals for Nationals. South Africa is a long way from home. So we're really, really glad that Kyle came and allowed me the chance to coach you. I'm going to miss you, Mitch. Next up, we have Nancy Olson. Nancy's from Illinois, but it's not Quincy. What town are you from? Pittsfield? 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 Pittsfield, Illinois. Nancy was driving about 45 minutes to swim at her club team in Quincy. And I had a swimmer swim with us last year from the same swim club. I think that maybe that's how she heard of it. Came up and drove the 8 hours or whatever, 6 hours, whatever it is to visit. She is a very motivated, dedicated human being with getting her schedules together for classes and what she wants to do. And because of that, she ended up getting a lot of credits in high school. So I only get her for the 1 year. Nancy and I have a fun relationship. She knows that I love her. In the past, some of the kids have said, man, coach doesn't like you very much. She's like, well, what do you mean? He's always yelling at you. She's like, that's what I want. So that's one of the things of coaching. You figure out what's best for kids and which kids can handle what. If I yelled and screamed at Penny every single day, she would probably hate me. But Nancy seems to think it's okay, I guess. So Nancy's been great at swimming a lot of different events. She's going to swim probably a pretty unique schedule at Nationals. And when I told her what I thought she was going to swim, got a big old smile. She said, that sounds fun. I think I'll do it. Doing some 100 IM. She swam some breaststroke for us first semester when we desperately needed breaststroke. And she did that with a smile on her face, willing to work. We correct her strokes in practice, and she's willing to work on those things. So we're really going to miss you, Nancy. Wish we had you for more time, but best of luck in your future. I love you. From Grinnell, Iowa, Emily Small. Emily is a sprinter. She did a little bit of 100 backstroke in high school. Another one of those willing to work really hard. Ended up having an amazing 200 backstroke at Nationals last year. She's had an amazing 200 backstroke this year. I believe she's still in the top 6 in the country in the 200 backstroke. So we're excited about what Nationals are going to hold for her. She's still looking at what she wants to do with her future, but we're definitely going to miss. We have a very similar sense of humor, so we have smart aleck conversations back and forth sometimes, and I'm going to miss that interaction. So thank you so much for joining us, Emily. From Omaha, Nebraska, Haley Snowworth. I want kids to have a flexible personality. Haley came to me as a 100 freestyler, and I think it was within the first week and a half of training. Is that about right, about the first week and a half? I was like, well, your arms don't move very fast. So what do you think about going to the distance group? And she's like, if you want me to, I guess. And she's just blossomed. You know, top 10, I think, at nationals in 3 events last year, 4 events. She was 7th, I think, in the 200 freestyle, 7th or 8th in the 200 free. Just always a smile on her face, despite how hard practices are, and they're pretty hard over there in the distance lane. When we go, hey, we're gonna go 8,000 today. Okay. But she's a really hard worker. She's gonna study nursing, looking at transferring on and continuing to swim. And that distance group is definitely gonna miss Haley. And last but not least, we have Lily Wright from Sioux City, Iowa. First time I saw Lily swim was, I believe it was the invitational here in this pool. Her coach had emailed me and said, I got a girl that you might be interested in. And so Lily came, and we talked a little bit after the swim meet. She came on a visit and said, yeah, I think I want to do it. And just, man, last year nationals, she really lit it up. Had a little goggle problem in the 200 breaststroke, which put a damper on her, what she was hoping to finish the meet out. But she has really put together what she needs to do to be on this team and to continue to swim fast and fast and fast. She already had, I think, two text messages from different coaches and emails, people asking about her. And for me, luckily, I got to tell them, Lily's gonna stay with me for 1 more year and then we'll talk to you later. So Lily's gonna take her COVID year and come back with Sage, and we're gonna work hard together for 1 more year and see what's possible. But nationals is gonna be really fun. Lily's another one. You know, I recruited her as a breaststroker, and then she goes, well, I can do backstroke. And I was like, are you sure? And she goes, well, put me in it, we'll see. And well, she set the school record in the 50 backstroke last year at nationals. Part of our national, or our school record holder, 200 medley relay, and some 100 fly, 100 IM as a school record. She has a school record by 2.5 seconds, I think, in the 100 IM. So just willing to do whatever events I ask her to. Did the 200 fly last year, even though she didn't really want to, but she did that for me. And so she's just one that getting out of the comfort zone sometimes is difficult, but we do it. And she continues to swim fast and excited about life, and really glad that I've had you for 2 years, and we're excited to have you back for another year. So, Lily Wright. I'm from Michigan, and the University of Michigan football team, Coach Bo Schembeckler back in the day when he started the program, they had a bunch of kids leave the program, his football team way back then, and he had a saying, those who stay will be champions. And that's this group here. So, they're champions in life, we're champions in the pool. And we continue to have really, really big goals. Please be careful with these. They have glass. We don't want to break the glass on the pool deck. But this is what it is to be an Iowa Central Triton. We are a family, and we had a small group come back. I did hear that some of those alumni tried to come, but had some family issues that they couldn't make it here today. But the goal is to stay in touch forever. I want to know when you're getting married and having kids and things like that. So it's awesome to be a Triton, and their little plaque there says, once a Triton, always a Triton. Thank you very much. Can you take this real quick? We're gonna do a picture. Yeah, will you please? Here, guys, we're gonna do a picture real quick. Right here. Come over here, guys. Yep. You have the spot.
Just stay in front of the.
Yeah. We'll stay here. We have the tall guys. Don't go beyond the diving board. Let's get back. Get closer to me. Get closer to me so we don't have them wrapped around. We want to be kind of in straight lines. Make sure that you can see Mr. DeCourse.
First, guys, watch up there first. I'll go last.
Look over here to Mr. DeCourcy.
One more push.
Thank you.
While we recognize this time today, the work that's been done, we have big goals for nationals, which are coming up here in 2.5 weeks, down in Fort Pierce, Florida. So we're really excited about what we're going to accomplish together as a team nationals. We got a few more announcements, and now we got 200 backstroke coming up. We get our timers back to this.
Hey, as long as they're paid, I've never been to Florida. So yeah, that might be good.
Those of you looking at your programs, we will have one extra heat after the men's 4 IM. We're going to do an exhibition heat of 50 freestyle. We'll try to get some guys from national cuts. Next up, we have the women's 200-yard backstroke. In lane 4, Emily Small. And in lane 5, Andrea Gallardo Perez.
All right, and we're back. Thank you, Coach Plain, for recognizing the sophomores here tonight. This is the 200-yard backstroke for the women. Emily Small and Andrea Gallardo Perez in lane 5 and for 4 and 5. Here we go. As this is neck to neck so far, I think Perez has to be in the lead by fingertips, in which she is. Perez is in the lead. Great push off. Great push off the wall there. Going strong. And here comes another push off the wall. That was a really great push off by Small. As it was close. And there's Triton swimmers warming up in the pool. Here comes Perez is still in the lead, going strong. Waiting to see what happens. Perez doing a backstroke. Reaching far. Reaching strong to see what happens. Here we go. This is the final. And there was the touch. And Perez comes down with the finish and the victory. 2 minutes and 20 seconds for Perez, 2 minutes and 22 seconds for Small. The next event, the men 200-yard
Next up, we have the
backstroke.
men's 200-yard backstroke. In lane 3 from Iowa
Lane
Lakes,
3, we have
Andres
from Iowa
Santana.
Lakes, Andres Santana.
In lane 4 from Iowa Lakes, Ethan Runneberg.
This is an Iowa
In
Lakes
lane 5 from Iowa Lakes, Philip
race.
Inono. And lane 6 from Iowa Lakes,
Lane
Eduardo
4,
Sarmiento.
Ethan Runenberg. Lane 5, Philip Canino. Lane 6, Ricardo Sacramento. There's the push off. So this is a Iowa, once again, this is an Iowa Lakes race. All racers are from Iowa Lakes. Currently in the lead, we have Sarmiento, Ricardo Sacramento is in the lead. He's going strong. And the next event will be the women's 100-yard butterfly. There's the push off the wall by Ricardo. Sacramento. There's bomb correct. He's still in the lead, as there's a big gap between Sarmiento and the rest of the racers. This is event number 32 of the weekend. After this event, we will have 4 events remaining. And that's the end of that race. Current finished first was Sarmiento with 2 minutes and 13 seconds. The next event is, once again, is the women's 100-yard butterfly. lane 3 from Iowa Lakes,
Next
we
up,
have
we have the
Mona
women's
Win.
100-yard butterfly.
Lane 4,
In lane 3
Iowa
from
Central,
Iowa Lakes,
Nancy
Milano
Olsen.
Win.
Lane 5, Lily Wright.
In lane
Lane
4
6,
from Iowa
Sage
Central,
Knight.
Nancy Olsen. In lane 5 from Iowa Central, Lily Wright. And in lane 6 from Iowa Central, Sage Knight is not swimming this event.
Just that word, Sage Knight's not swimming in this event. Currently in the lead, we have Mona Win from Iowa Lakes. Mona Win currently is in the lead. The whistles to tune up to have the Mona Win. Again, still in the lead is Mona Win. Mona Win, going strong. Using the wingspan for the butterfly. And that's the end of this event. And the leader was Mona Win. .15 seconds for Mona Win. The next event is the men's 100-yard butterfly.
Next up, we have the men's 100-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Brady Ferguson.
Lane 1, Brady Ferguson.
In lane 2, Max Kicker.
Lane 2,
In lane 3, Dalton Hamill.
Lane 3, Dalton
In lane
Hamill.
4,
Lane 4,
Sam
Sam
Brennan.
Brennan. Lane
In
5,
lane 5,
Quentin
Quentin
Taylor.
Taylor.
Lane 6,
In lane 6,
Johnson.
Luke
And
Johnson.
lane 7 from Iowa Lakes.
And in lane 7,
Lane
Nick
7,
Leonard.
Nicholas Leonard. And once again, this is the men's 100-yard butterfly. And they're off. As they're going strong. Currently in the lead is Sam Brennan for Iowa Central. He's going strong using the wingspan to his advantage. He's using the wingspan. There he goes. Brennan to finish off this event, to move on to the next. And it is over. With a time, the winner, Sam Brennan, with a time of 51.94. The next event is going to be the women's 400-yard.
Next up, we have the women's 400 individual medley. In lane 4, Allison
400-yard medley. In lane 4, we have Allison Graff from Iowa Lakes. Iowa Lakes races, there's only one competitor. And she's off. There's one event left after this one. This is the second to last event here in the Midwest Cup, hosted by Iowa Central Tritons. This is event 35 of 36 on the weekend. Here we go. People going crazy in the stands, cheering on Graf. Graf, her Iowa Lakes teammates, her coaches trying to pump her up. And she's in there all alone, trying to beat her old time. But once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Triton Nation's YouTube channel. I'm Derek Hood, and we're going over the Iowa Central Tritons Midwest Cup here, the 7th Midwest Cup here at Fort Dodge Senior High, Dodger Pool. Iowa Lakes, College of the Florida Keys, and the Barton Cougars. But the Florida Keys and the Barton Cougars are both virtual in this event, so only Iowa Lakes is here to compete in person. Whistle not working, very good for the coach to pump up our player, his swimmer, to pump up his swimmer. Grab, nice push off the wall. Another great push off the wall by Graf. The thing about Graf is she's having great pushes off the wall here. Which is good. One more lap remaining here. And here we go. the final stretch. The final stretch for the Iowa Lakes graph. And her final time is 5:48. We will be right back right before the next event.
Next up, we have the men's 400 IM. In lane 3, Gavin Hall. In lane 4, Kyle McKenzie. And in lane 5, Sean Sheets.
This is the final event of the night, or of the day. In lane 3, we have Gavin Hall. Lane 4, Kyle McKenzie. In lane 5, Sean Sheets. This is an Iowa Central event, as it's the men's 400 yard. And a great push off the wall by McKenzie. McKenzie in gear. McKenzie has a nice gap between him and the other racers. For a battle for second place. Currently in second place is Hall. But Hall is still way behind McKenzie, as McKenzie's got a great lead ahead of him. Now he turns right into the backstroke. Turns it into the backstroke. Before we go to the end of this event, I would like to say thank you for tuning in here on Trite Nation's YouTube channel. This has been the 7th Midwest Cup hosted by Iowa Central here at Dodger Pool at Fort Dodge Junior High. Kyle McKenzie is still in the lead. And a nice kick off the wall by McKenzie and Sheets. The timekeepers are watching. And once again,
He said, you know, he's looking at the program, we have 2 weeks to last.
got told that there's one more event after this. There's another heat of the same exact event. As it wasn't posted on the information packet, so the race wasn't listed until tonight. So they added it to tonight. So we'll go right there. And after this one, McKenzie's still in the lead. Here we go, McKenzie should be getting close to being done here. And here he is. He is.
Are there any Tritons that want to do a 50 freestyle? And the answer is no.
And there's McKenzie. He's done. Kyle McKenzie. Finished with a time of 4:11.71. And Paul finished with a time of 4 minutes and 44 seconds. And Sheets finished with a time in third place with a time of 4 minutes and 57 seconds. They're adding one event now.
We have one last heat for the meet. Lanes 3 and 4 are racing a 50 freestyle, trying to get some national cuts and some faster times. Lanes 6 and 7 are racing a 50 breaststroke. And that concludes the 2002 version of
All
the
right,
Midwest Cup.
this has been Trains Nation YouTube channel. Thank you
Thank
so much for tuning in.
joining us.
This has been Iowa Central Swimming
Thank you to the
7th
Triton Rugby team for
Midwest
coming and
Cup.
allowing us to have this meet.
See you next time here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
And a huge thank you to my wife, Jamie Plain. Without her, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. Thank you so much for all your support.
You don't love me?